Good morning. May 6th. If this reading finds you, it's a timeless classic reading. It's a generalized reading for all zodiac signs. With that being said, my first card that jumped out to me on this deck was the waning moon card. I had to go look into this card because it does say, what do you need to release? So as we start today, what I would like you to think about is the waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to just let go. It is a sign that a situation has peaked for better or for worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It is the autumn and winter of cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you've been asking about. This is a positive card, but it can still be gently suggesting that you are letting something go and stopping so hard. You are trying to stop it so hard. You're trying to let go, but you are standing in your own path. Attune to the moon. It's safe to let go and move on. This card could also mean moving forward with little resistance as possible. It's time to start a new path or a new project. Release emotional baggage. Say sorry to someone. Do some energetic work such as meditation or yoga. Soon, you will see what lies ahead. Take a moment to look up at the sky every night. You will see the moon growing smaller and smaller as she moves from full to new. It's the time when things are falling away. It's certainly not the time to cling on to anyone or anything. Drawing the waning moon card is a suggestion that the situation is in its autumn and winter phase. So hunker down and start the regeneration process. So, what do you need to release? Hunker down. My next card is from my Urban Crow deck. It is called Isolation. When I'm looking at this card, I see isolation, okay? And that's the main word on here. And the crow is sitting in what looks like a downpour. So the isolation card wants you to remember, even when surrounded by a group, we all have experienced a feeling of being alone at one time or another. You may need to consider if you're holding back input out of fear of expressing an unpopular opinion. This may also indicate a group or community that didn't connect with your beliefs, causing you to feel ostracized. Use this time to look forward, examine what ideas or insights come to mind. Isolation may also indicate a need to remove yourself from a situation, to quiet your mind, and to contemplate your next move. Isolation, it may bring to the surface feelings associated with abandonment and can represent a block centered around a fear that your actions may lead to not being accepted or removed from a group. Fear of being cast aside might result in you limiting your potential by withholding ideas or suppressing inspiration. And an example of this I can take from my own experience is whenever I feel like I'm being attacked, I isolate. When I feel like I'm being judged, I pull away. That being said, when you're pulling away and you're isolating, you may be restricting yourself from those new opportunities coming your way. So, It's a time to release, but it's also a time to observe your situation and look around you. Don't fall into complete isolation. Sit back, quietly observe, decide your next steps forward. Now I will do a 3-card pull for you. I have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Pentacles. And we have the Hermit. When I look at the 7 of Pentacles, I see a beautiful bird. He's sitting up in the tree with all his treasures around him. But he's observing. Very observant. The 3 of Pentacles, he's plucking a berry off of a tree. And the Hermit is quietly sitting on that tree during a snowstorm. So to give you the best definition, I always refer back to my book. When you look at the 7 of Pentacles, this crow is resting after a remarkably long and difficult task of gathering a treasure trove of bright reflective coins that will adorn her nest and make a protective space for her little ones. The 7 of Pentacles asks that you think about the long term, investing your time and energy. A quick start may be a gain, but in the end, it won't last. Through hard work and planning, you will discover lasting benefits from your work. The 3 of Pentacles is a crafty crow. They work together, these 2 crows on this card. They've built a structure enabling them to reach the cherries that they were trying to reach. And you can literally see it on the card. They've built that structure. They're reaching for them cherries, man. So, with that being said, they encourage you to continue developing your new skills needed for working with a group towards a common goal. Do not give in to fear or feel disheartened if your progress is slow. It may be an indication you need to bring in a little help in the form of a mentor, but nonetheless, you will experience success. Then we got the Hermit. The Hermit card. So, the Hermit. The Hermit is about meditation, time alone, enlightenment, and wisdom. The element of this card is the earth element. This card shows a solitary crow, one that's aged and wise, perched upon a sacred tree in a quiet place deep in the woods. He listens to the trees and what they need to say as the snow falls and lands around on the smallest of branches. It is in the tree that the crow is provided the knowledge and is a symbol of the subconscious mind. After time of quiet reflection, he is ready to pass his knowledge on to those willing and prepared to travel into the thickest parts of the woods. In his mouth, he holds a lantern, a symbol of wisdom to light the way ahead. The soft, bright, glistening snowflakes represent cleansing and moving in spiritual direction that will lead to fulfillment on one's journey. So, with today, that being said, we got this card here that says, what do you need to release? The isolation card. That's all about refocusing, looking back, evaluating. You got your pentacles, your 7 of Pentacles. You're all about gathering them treasures. making stability, getting yourself going. You reached an obstacle, you can't reach that fruit high up in the tree. Work with a teammate, it'll get you there. This is quiet reflection. Look back on your spiritual journey. And before we leave today, I will pull you an angel number. One of my shop workers suggested that we start pulling angel numbers at the end of our readings. I've always been scared of angel numbers. My daughter's dad has an angel number for her birthday. So, yeah, angel numbers are a little intimidating, but today's angel number will be 33. 33. Social skills. This one is about renewal, positivity, confidence, charisma, growth, influence, and inspiration. The challenge you're facing today will eventually fade away. Your guardian angels are encouraging you to stay positive, as your luck may soon take a turn for the better. Now is the time to harness your magnetic energy and inspiring personality. Just be mindful not to let your ego get in the way and take control. So with that being said, as we close this reading today, again, it's a timeless collective reading for all zodiacs. If it's found your page and it resonates with you, run with it. Look at these cards. Be inspired. Try to visualize what you see in them. So we're going to go back through again. We got my moon pull for you, which is the waning moon. And what do you need to release? That's the forethought of the day. What do you need to release? While you're working on moving forward, avoid slipping into isolation. You may sit back, you may take a look at everything, look at it from a new perspective and be like, is this really going? Is this happening? Is this going to go the way I think? Is it going in my favor? If not, redirect. That's all you have to do. Redirect. Keep gathering those treasures. If an obstacle comes up, find yourself a buddy to work with. And like I said, reflect, but don't isolate. You are at the time you're peeking into your journey. You got that wisdom, man. People are coming to you. They're looking for that advice. Don't make them trip into the deep woods for it. Meet them halfway. Why are you isolating? Your advice is golden. Go give it to somebody. And 3333. Get out there. Socialize. You need to encourage people to stay positive. You need to stay positive. Your luck is about to turn. These are all positive cards. All. So, like I said, if this reading sits with you, take it. If it doesn't, pass it on. It may sit with somebody else. Again, Raven May's collective timeless reading for you today, May 5th, or May 6th, 2026. Sorry about that. But May 6th, 2026.